Damn, this is a struggle. I got all types of mishaps over here, y'all. Look, listen. Continue on this brainwashing. Alright. Water in the brain, and then there's water on the brain. Okay, the water in the brain is how our bodies work now. It goes through the ventricles, and it's cycled 3 to 4 times a day. That's the cerebral spinal fluid. So that goes in, it goes up and down your body. Alright? So whatever you do in a day, whatever you're doing, like your LEL process, it sends it to your body. Muscle memory, you ever hear stuff like that? Muscle memory, your form and exercise, like how you might go down and squat and come back up your form. You know what I'm saying? You have to have form to certain things. Like when you write, you have a right form. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? If it was chicken scratch, how sometimes it often comes out, you wouldn't be able to read this stuff. However, I wrote it neat on the count of I have to show people stuff, so I try to write as neat as I can. But you know what I mean? It's about form. So that's muscle memory. How do you think that happens? Because cerebral spinal fluid is going in and out of your ventricles in your brain. So whatever fluid that's up in there as well, which would be protoplasm, you know what I mean, and the brain blood barrier fluid, that type of stuff, you know, that stuff gets cycled within the in and out the body. You mean your heart's pumping blood, their blood has to go to your brain, that delivers oxygen. All types of stuff is it's like water element. Okay, so on the silica-based world, there wasn't such a super large body of water. Okay, it was crystalline and plant life world with a smaller body of water. And that water on that world, I would want to imagine, was nitrogen, like liquid nitrogen. Because if you remember Superman's home in the movie, you know where his home is at, that crystalline type palace. That would be like the icy part of a silica world, and that water would be like nitrogen. And then like if you stick your head outside the window, like tonight I stuck my head outside the window, you get that cold winter brisk breath in, and even when you go outside, it smells like a refrigerator. It's reminiscent of that. But you open the fridge and you stick your head in, it's reminiscent of the outside. That's Freon in the refrigerator, which emulates what happens outside, because nitrogen, it can be a gas or a liquid. Now understand, it's okay when your brain has water in it, it's a solution that's going in and out of the body. Now back in the day, I doubt that our brains were like that. I think that they had to be way different, because our bodies were way different. Why would our brains be the same way? Why would they operate the same way? If we were silica and not carbon, carbon is softer than silicone in general, period. Okay, now I'm just telling you that. The silicon dioxide is silica, so that's a combination of that. So we're like hydrogen, carbon. You know what I'm saying? Well, nowadays it's like hydrocarbon, like these motherfuckers are gone. But that can happen to you too, because like carbon is a non-metal, it soaks up liquid, man. And you can wring carbon out, almost. I mean, we're not so solid. Like you could poke yourself, like you could poke yourself so deep. You feel what I'm saying? Before you know what I mean? Now I stab myself with this, and that's going to go in me. You know what I mean? Obviously. But if you were made of silica, you would be way more dense. You see what I'm saying? Your body structure, your bone structure. You know what I mean? The muscle tissue, the muscle makeup, because your blood would be different. You think you're going to have this red hemo blood if you're a silica being? No, your blood's going to be a different tint. And I would doubt that the main nucleic element in your blood cell would be little weak iron. See what I'm saying? How you've been stripped of your god bodies? Because back in the day, everything's been stripped. Because look, listen, when the world got stripped of its divinity and all of its preciousness, then everything follows in suit, because we adapt to the surroundings. You know what I'm saying? So we got stripped of it. Because if the world is no longer like that, how can we be like that as individuals? It's a residual thing. Everything got mined out. Gold, silver, you know, stuff is getting mined. Dig. How you think the silica got chopped down and dug out? Excavated. Exhumation. Digging up of and taking out of. Exhumate. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm telling you. And you could go look it up. It's just it's in fine print. I mean, and it's in bold print, plain as day. You can't argue with this shit at all. The facts are facts. It's in stone, and just drop that shit down. And how this shit all falls in suit to how the brain works. Now, remember I was telling you amoeba split apart? Okay. What do you all right. Silica world, everything was connected. Okay? Connection. the connection. There wasn't this great body of water that was like crazy like how it is now. Well, I'm gonna get into that body of water shit in a second. How that we're now there's so much water in us now, and the bell. Trust me, just let me stay on track. All right, Silica world, everything was connected. Okay, so what happens when you think you take away the binding agent of the world, of the earth? Silica making everything dense and connected, interconnected with the LEL process, blah 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 blah. The scroll goes on and on and on as it unrolls down the fucking hallway. Alright? What happens when you take the binding agent away from something, the coagulant? It splits apart. Isn't that what the land did? Land split apart. Now we have continent. Okay? Now let's bust it down some more. What do you think is going to happen if you have water on the brain? So much water on the land, it breaks apart. I understand that there was some crazy flood and all this other stuff. I know that. I understand that. And I think that a flood of some sort would definitely damage the silica world, because if it's not predominantly made of water, that will definitely cause some serious damage, for certain. But I'm saying this because amoebas split apart asexually. That's unnatural. If your brain is a soft tissue and it's already in fluid, but there's submersion in fluid and more fluid, and it's unnaturally there, like hydrofluoro water, not H2O, like HF2O2 or H2F2O or whatever the fuck. I don't know what you want to call the water. But if your brain's sitting in a solution like that, what do you think it's going to do? Isn't it hydrofluoric acid? I want to say it is. We could go look that up. Don't quote me on it, but I think it's called hydrofluoric acid. So that's like, think about that, man. Your brain's sitting in acid. Sitting in acid, because that would be, it's not water. It's not like natural water or like cerebral spinal fluid. That's a external solution that you intake in your body, filters and absorbs and passes through yourself. Okay? So what do you think is going to happen to your brain? Your brain's going to split apart. That's why everybody today is like baby-minded, googly-eyed, cell phoned out. Yeah, wake up. You just got hit by a car. Oh, God. No one cares. They're going to all tape it. You know what I'm saying? That's... The brain has become this, and the body has become the chip, almost. Cyborged out to the maximum. And that's because the world was stripped of its divinity and its divine properties. And once the land or the habitat of where one lives is stripped of its divine properties, then other properties become the land, and then you eventually phase out the old properties because you're now living in this new shit. And we live in this carbon corruption. That's why it's a carbon 666 flesh pack that you stay in. Because you got 6 electrons, 6 protons, 6 neutrons. Cursed, programmed to break and all that other bullshit. Kind of like all these devices are designed to break and fail. That's what they do. Because, I mean, come on, man. Once the natural's tampered with, it's no longer organic. That's why all these zombies walking around are so no nucleic function in their fucking brain. Can't speak proper English. Don't know what gender they want to be. It's just literally, it's retardation, man. 100%. And this is what the brain turns into, amoeba. Right there, the whole thought processing, and then what happens to amoebas? They do fission. So your brain does fission in a solution. It's insane. And then on top of all the chemical intake, do the math, man. So that's how we bust down this brainwashing. Now, if you how this large body of water works with the carbon is because the water's conscious, so it speaks. It sends off a frequency. It's metal water. What do metals do? The radio towers are made of metal. What do? Give off frequency because there's electricity going through it. Hello, if light hits a metal water, what do you think happens? Electricity. Light is phonons, electricity. If you have microwaves going off, what do you think that does to the metal water? It bounces back. It's water's a mirror, doorway, portal. It's digital. It's two fucking way. Just like the screens you look at, it's digital. It's two ways, not analog. Your cameras go both ways. Come on. Everything, man. Look. There it is. That's what it is. That's brainwashing. So when you train yourself, you do brainwash yourself because what you do in this little carbon body, your neurons is your nervous system. Okay, that's the electrical transmitter. The water in your brain, the cerebrospinal fluid, is the conductor of that. Hello. Now you have iron in your blood. Doors slamming hardcore. That's insane. You'll never stop me from doing it. I don't care who you are. You can slam them all day. Because guess what? I'm about to get bestowed. I'm going to kindly ask the universe for it. Thor's hammer. I'm going to get it. Keep slamming them. It's cool. But because when I get this Thor's hammer and I slam this, you'll learn humble. You'll learn humility. You'll learn it soon before long. Because trust me, I put up. And I don't have to do anything else but that. Keep slamming it. Thor's hammer, I'm going to electrify you. In the name of righteousness, I swear I will smite you. Boom. They keep slamming their doors repeatedly. It's hilarious to me. And they have no idea what level I'm even fucking on. And I'm so humble about this shit behind closed doors. But they might hear what they hear through these walls. And I don't really care what they hear. I'm going to do this light work. But guess what? When I get Thor's hammer, I swear I'm going to slam it in the name of righteousness. RESPECT. Everyone deserves a little bit. And I swear I'm going to take mine if I don't get it. And this fucking hammer, I promise you, I'm going to... they just keep doing it. It's boiling my blood right now. I feel like a volcano about to explode. But like Yo said, you got to like bypass that. I'm going to do that because I'm going to get this thing right here. Watch. Put up or shut up, man. I'm telling you. Spill some currency. Do it selflessly. I'm doing it selflessly because I need this to bring the light some more. But I'm going to slam it down in the name of righteousness. I put everything on that. I promise you. You hear him slamming the doors? Crazy? Hear that? Insane, huh? Because I'm in here talking that noise. They'll never stop me.
I hope you got that on the tape.
Oh, shit, I swear. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. I love it. Whoever's doing that, they know what they're doing. They're getting me flustered, man. Anyway, man, that's a part of the programming right there. See, that's a glitch in the system. You're right, I did get it on tape. We were over here chuckling about it. I ain't gonna even get frustrated no more. See, that's the glitch in the system right there. Tomfoolery. Right outside. Now, if I open my fucking door and go out there, guess what? That shit'll stop. But see, I don't need to involve myself in that. That's monkey shit right there. No matter the color, I don't give a fuck. I don't know who it is. I don't have telepathy. I'm not out in the hallway. Whatever it is, it's monkey shit. I can guarantee you that. Because see, right here in this lab, this is student. This is studious. Sometimes I use a bit of foul French. I'm sorry. I don't mean to do that, guys. I'm kind of passionate about what I do. I don't know. Somebody commented, lose attitude. Then I respond, and then what? It's like caveman. 2-word, 1-word responses. Monkey shit. Get out of my inbox with that, or the comment box. Learn to speak. Learn. Expand your magic book. Get a dictionary or something. Get a book like this. Don't hit me with 1 and 2 words. Lose attitude and what? Man, you better open up you a Webster's. You better get you a Webster's pocket. And stop sticking shit in sockets, man. Yeah, man, but old world, man. And look, this is part of, look. Superman, crystal technology. This is technology. Lost and forgotten. Why do you think they put it in a movie right before your eyes? Crystal technology. Let's talk about that real quick before I jump up off this tape. I don't want to make it too long. Man, I got flustered up. Crystal technology. Okay, these are pieces of the earth. The earth has vibrations in it, LFOs, low frequency vibration and low frequency oscillation. So LFEs and LFOs. So crystals vibrate at low frequencies. You have to meditate on them, and you get on the frequency with the crystal, or you put them on your energy centers. Like these ones are what you would put like on the crown area of the body. This is lapis lazuli, this is tiger's eye, and this is a amethyst. You would either sleep with these under your pillow or something like that. And I believe this is angel light or celestite. I don't know. I can't remember which one it is. I have to look in a book to find out exactly. They look similar but different. This will help you have like higher frequency outer body projection, like light body movement. You know what I'm saying? Now a quartz crystal will just enhance that, but this is like energy healing. This will heal you or protect you. This is blue kyanite. This will heal you. It gives off healing frequencies. So all these like little crystals and stuff, they give off frequencies. But this is the stuff that I'm saying, it gets mined out of the planet. What do you think geologists do? Come on. You don't see pictures of they digging out geodes and stuff? Crystal eggs? Why do you think these things exist? What do you think their purpose? What do you think the purpose of these things are? They have special vibrations to them. They have special properties. Why do you think people go after them and dig so deep in the earth and bust their butt, blood, sweat, and tears digging in there as slaves? Because they know no better, and you know they're just retarded. And if they're not digging it to utilize it, they're digging it for a corporation or whatnot. You know what I'm saying, or whatnot. You know what I mean? Because there's people who know what this stuff does, and they have retarded people, which is why. You know, Quasi be calling people retarded monkeys and slaves that just go about taking orders and just doing whatever, being docile and submissive, blah blah blah. Yeah. Listen, you worship the divine feminine. You don't be a fucking female. You know what I'm saying? Well, women, you gotta be a female, but you're supposed to be alpha women. You know what I'm saying? Just like us men are supposed to be alpha males. We're supposed to be strong, and we're supposed to motherfucking worship the divine feminine. And the divine feminine is supposed to walk beside us and guide us. That's 100%, man. In a relationship, that's 100% too. In a relationship, that is 100. The woman and the man should walk side by side. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes a man can lead, okay, whatever. But you ladies first. But you don't let your lady go out first and gunfire and shit. That's retarded. You go out first, obviously. But you guys should, and gals should get what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? There's a divine masculine, there's a divine feminine. If your brain is asexually dividing itself, that's unnatural. That has to be bad. I don't think there's one creator. I think the creator had to bang a divine feminine to make something else, which would be us and other types of species and stuff like that. But you know, there are just like we have retarded babies and defects. Come on, you think the divine creators couldn't either? Hello, perfection and imperfection. You tell me what perfect is. Because as I see it, ain't shit perfect. And even back in this world, obviously it wasn't perfect because it got corrupted to this. Argue with me. I swear to you, I'm going to get it and I'm going to slam it down